It's Thursday. It's time once again for Midnight's Edge After Dark. I am Tom Connors. With me, as always, is my partner in crime, the Mexican Iron Man himself, Mike. How you doing? Welcome. And we also have with us the one, the only script doctor. He is not a PhD, though. He only
I'm
plays
definitely
one
not
on YouTube.
That is true.
And considering we're going to be probably bringing up a certain subject that has to do with medical things, we are not medical professionals, so don't take anything we say as medical advice. And with that, Jesse should be here soon. As you can see, he's hanging out in the chat right now. He's on his way home. Drive safe, Jesse. Don't drive too fast, and we'll see you in a little bit here. But yeah, I want to welcome everybody to the show. It's Thursday afternoon, evening, whatever it is where you is. Welcome. Looks like we got some of our regulars hanging in there. How you guys doing? We got Silver Shroud, we got Hamdinger, we got Goddess of Whim, we got Troy Pacelli, we got Sander Hammerslag in the chat, we got Michael Gonzalez. How you doing? Ed Brewer. We got Raquel, we got Etienne Falador, and I'm probably saying it wrong again, even though he told me how to say it. And we got Marks 47. Welcome to the show. We got Dragon Master 360. Tim Hayes is here. Joker Voice is in the chat, of course. And we got Eric Kelly hanging in there. How you doing? We got John Elstrom. We've got Dalbin, if I'm saying that correctly. Andre versus Doomcock coming soon, apparently. Interesting.
What?
Oh, I know what they're talking about.
What's that?
Well, because Doomcock. Okay, so what happened? So I went over to Doomcock's channel and I told him about how Andre made me go watch the 5th episode. Well, Doomcock has been doing impersonation of Andre every Sunday night show, and then some people that are in the Xanadu started thinking that Andre and Doom again it surfaced. This was 2 years ago, and now it surfaced again. New people think they're the same person, so you know.
No,
They're
Andre's
definitely
not that funny. I can say that with absolute certainty.
Yeah, no, I know.
We got Flex Honcho in the chat. We got Too Much BW. How you doing? E. Clay Thomas or Thomason? I would say that wrong. Tekkaman Blade. How you doing? We got Mecha J hanging out. We got who else is here? Dr. Coffin Nails. How you doing? We got Rob Brantz. How you doing? We got Stephanie Janicek in the chat as well. Welcome. We got Netters Network. James Villanueva's here. I think I've got just about everybody. Hello, Andre Enrico. I think that's it. If I missed anybody.
We need to get you a mirror like the Romper Room. We can do the whole thing.
Red Tigress is here too.
Ooh, cool.
And we also have with us Culture Casino. How you doing?
I'm here. I'm existing. I made it through another amazing day of working and stuff, and goofing off and doing some game stuff on Twitch. So I guess I'm doing good.
Good. So, no, actually, Andre, Venom, according to Sony, has not been delayed as of yet. That was just a rumor.
No, that's the Paramount side of things are delayed.
Now, Paramount, on the other hand, which is what we're going to get into here shortly, has delayed a bunch of films. We talked a little bit about this yesterday on the morning show. I'm sure the guys talked about it over on Espanol today. I didn't get a chance to check it out, but wouldn't be surprised. But Paramount delays Top Gun sequel amid a resurgence in the Koof Koof.
Wait. What happened?
Top Gun 2 has been delayed. So has Mission Impossible 7 and Jackass 4.
Oh, no!
That is correct.
These are the movies that are on my list of movies I'm looking forward to go and see. What the hell?
Oh, this is actually probably a smart move for Paramount right now.
All right. I'll be quiet and listen. Go ahead.
Well, no, there really isn't much to say. Viacom CBS moved the release date for Top Gun Maverick into next year. That will take the May 27 slot, which was meant to be for Mission Impossible 7, which will get moved to September 30th. And Jackass is shifted from February to October. This is also right on the heels of Ghostbusters Afterlife being pushed back a week. But I don't think the Ghostbuster thing has as much to do with the Koof Koof. Do you, Script?
No, I think Paramount is has been taking a look at the numbers for some of the bigger ticket items of film in theaters over the last little bit, and they're saying, you know what, let's call 2021 a wash and let's see what we can do with 2022.
Yeah, and I think Ghostbusters didn't move more than any other reason that they wanted to get that Thanksgiving weekend and they wanted to get 1 week away from the Eternals. What do you think, Culture?
No, I think that's exactly right, and I think they positioned that film very well. Although I don't really think the Eternals is going to be much competition for Ghostbusters, but hey,
It might not, but
yeah,
as Andre said the other day, never underestimate Marvel.
Marvel
that's
is more
true.
brand than quality right now, and brand is difficult to fight against at this point.
Well, let's see. Let's have this conversation in a week after Shang-Chi.
He's right though. McDonald's sucks ass, but I still eat the shit.
I don't.
No, I don't either. But the other part too is that, I know we were talking about this before the show. We looked at the history of Labor Day weekend box office, and those numbers are historically pretty low
Right.
compared to every
Yeah.
other holiday weekend.
Yep.
So yeah, this is, I mean, the best Marvel can hope to have is that they beat Halloween, which came out in 2007 and got 30 million, which is the highest Labor Day weekend. Box.
Yeah. I was looking at the other day. 30 some million. Yeah, it's very low. I think, I mean, Mexican Iron Man puts that film doing way less than I think, but I still think it'll be lucky if it does 35.
So what do you think about all this, Mike? Now that you're the one that's most upset because you don't get to see your Tom Cruise flying planes. At least
Yeah.
till next year, anyway.
Yeah, I'm a little upset by that. I was actually looking forward to that. So, well, which do you want? Which do you want me to talk about? The
Whole thing. Give us your give us your take on this whole thing.
Look, okay, so let's start with this weekend. Let me just say this about this weekend and follow up on Culture's comment, which is that I don't think it's going to do more than 21 to 30, 20. I've said it's consistently 21 to 31 points, something or other at best. And here's why. Now, I don't have the data that Script's going to go over, and I didn't have the data, but what I do know is this: talking to clients, talking to lots of people, their staff, their employees, etc. This is the last weekend where there's a holiday, and the time zone's gonna change soon, and kids are back in school. The last thing that many people are gonna want to do is go to the movies on this weekend, even though it's a long weekend. And relax, regardless of whether or not you're in an area where people are going to the movies or not. There's just other options and other things to do. Now, we talked about this 2 weeks ago about what might happen with release dates, and I was actually being optimistic about that. Obviously, you and Script were right on that show, so I'm a little bit disappointed. And let me just tell you, as someone who's just started going to the movies again, and now to find out that because this is what I was ramping up to, I was really looking forward to this. Am I looking forward to Bond? Probably not, but I'm going to see it because I've seen every Bond movie since the creation of ever. But that being said, is that this kind of annoys me now. Is it good for the movies? Yes. Is it good for the studios? Probably. Is it going to help their bottom line? I don't know. But I can tell you this much. At some point, you keep moving these dates back and we start to get fatigued and we have nothing to look forward to. Hell, now I don't want to pay for a ticket, and now I wonder if it's going to be on Paramount Plus, whatever the hell sucky thing, or maybe I won't go see it now. If you're going to keep delaying it, and I'll go see something else, and I'll wait for me to do a video on demand on my 84-inch screen with my 1500-watt sound. You know what the hell, Hollywood?
You just had to get 2 bigger inches than me, didn't you?
What?
Mine's only 82-inch. You got an 84. Lucky bastard.
Well,
you knew it was 2 inches bigger too. Don't even pretend. Spider Unlimited says most dead weekend for movies in my area. Well, yeah, and as Mike and Culture and said here, I think we were talking about just before the show, like kids are back in school or they're just about to head back to school. A lot of state fairs going on. A lot of people go camping, family reunions, that kind of a thing. Things are slowing down. People aren't going to movies so much because they've got to have money for back to school and clothes and whatnot. All the kids are going back to college, so they're not, out dating and doing that kind of a thing. But, otherwise we already have the situation where things are already shut down and all that kind of shit anyway. But yeah, thank you for that, Spider Unlimited. But you're right. Yeah. Historically, that's kind of basically what the boys were saying, especially Script, who, pointed out, like, it is not a big weekend for movies. September is almost like the second January anyway. Like it used to be September and January were the months that I remember all the shit got dumped. Like,
well, January and February, yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, February
Along with
kind
that.
of changed. Yeah, changed a little bit more, and even January has a little bit. But
Well,
I mean,
January ended up becoming the horror film dumping ground because that's the only films that performed very well in those months. Horror films.
yeah, you're right. It used to be more February, probably. Michael Miller sends in 14 South African Rands, says it won't get to Paramount Plus. They won't exit September. They won't exist September of next year. You might not be wrong.
Don't know it for yet. I do know that it's probably going to last longer than CBS All Access did, though.
Maybe. But here's the other thing is like, yeah, the thing with this, Ghostbusters, or at least all the movies that Paramount's delayed, they're not going to be on streaming at all. They've all got either 45 or more day windows. So, really, I think they're going to take a shot on a couple of movies here, see how the next big one does. If it doesn't do well, then just watch. Everything's going to get delayed. What is the next big movie to come out? Shang-Chi this weekend. So, like, the problem with Shang-Chi is I don't think it's a fair representation. You know what I mean?
It's also been poorly marketed. I haven't seen a billboard, poster, anything on the streets of any of the cities I've been through over the last week and a half. Like
I
zero.
am absolutely in shock that it has not been all over the place like other Marvel movies have, because you're talking to a company like Disney that has so many entertainment outlets. You're talking ESPN, ABC, all the networks. Yeah, the reach of this company is pretty unbelievable. I'm
still seeing Black Widow advertisements around town. So.
Me too. And I'll tell you this much, this might be further indication and further proof that a certain executive at Disney does indeed want this thing to tank, if you know what I mean.
Well, he's going to get his wish. My local theater, for the very first showing of Shang-Chi in just a little while, the seats, it seats 443 people. There are 10, 12, 14, 15, 20. There are less than 40 seats sold in that theater, less than 10%.
And we have finally joining us. How you doing, Jesse? Welcome back from vacation.
Hey, boys. How you doing?
Where have you been? Well, I'm mad at you. Where have you been?
I was stuck in another place.
He's got kicked out of a plane and shit.
Yeah, I did. At 40,000 feet. Just like the Hulk.
Just like
I miss it. Look, you better clip this off the live stream, Jesse, because you might not hear these words too often, but I freaking missed you, bro.
Right on. I also want Mexican Iron Man's advice on some good legal counsel. That'd be nice. I'd like to own part of an airline.
Okay, can we finish talking about the movies first, then we'll get that later?
Yeah, I don't know if you're aware
I think that'd
of
be hysterical for Jesse to own part of an airline.
Yeah. We can call it Top Gun.
I think it's WestJet that can become an owner too, right?
They're not using it.
Oh shit. So anyhow, we're talking about the fact, Jesse, I don't know if you were able to listen to the last bit here, but like,
yes.
Top Gun's delayed, so is Mission Impossible and Jackass Forever. So no real surprise there, but Ghostbusters only got delayed a week, but that's not so bad. So
yeah, that's the thing I was actually really worried about. The whole beginning of the show is where they're doing a Ghostbusters.
So far, it looks like they're just pushing it back a week so they can get that 5-day Thanksgiving weekend for the opening and get a week away from Eternals if need be. That'd be my guess, unless they turn around and I mean, if Shang-Chi really dumps it this weekend, they might delay it again. I mean, I think there's good odds they will.
I hope not. I just hope not. It's finished, right?
It's been finished for over a year.
Give them that sweet Thanksgiving Day weekend like you were talking about. Just do it.
Yeah, well, they can hope that by then things have calmed down a little bit. Trenchman comes in with $1.99, says, Tom Cruise, use your witchcraft to save cinema. No. It's not witchcraft, it's Scientology.
It's alien. It's alien magic.
He just does that so he can fight off evil Lord Xenu.
Yeah.
He's got thetans.
I can't even. Yeah. You ever get those on your feet? It's kind of itchy, and then like you have to put powder on it for like a week.
I thought that was athlete's foot.
I think you're just supposed to get that orange peeler thing that the chicks use and just like grind off half your foot. You won't even notice you're a dude.
No, thanks.
You got like 10 feet of extra skin on your feet you don't need.
Probably. I do know this, that as I keep looking at theaters in my area, there's not a lot of people going to see this film. At least Least not tonight.
yeah. In my area, most of the seats are purchased for today, but there's nothing purchased for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like these theaters have just recently opened up, like in the
Oh.
last 2 weeks too.
Okay.
And you're looking at average 60 to 70% of each screen filled for today.
Yeah.
And they've been showing it since noon today. And when I looked at tomorrows and Saturdays and Sundays and Mondays, it's like average 4 to 6 people per theater, and they seat between 300 and 500 people.
James Villanueva says he started seeing Shang-Chi toy commercials. Too bad they're all on clearance or gone already.
Yeah.
They were 70% off at Target, and I got pictures of them at Walmart. They were marked down, not that much. But
70.
They did their release. The
brand new
release for the
movie?
toys didn't coincide with the release for the film. That's why
no, that's part of the problem.
that's the main one. Yeah.
Wow.
That is a problem, but I don't know if they would have sold much better either way. I really don't. I feel any like excitement for and again, like Andre's review kind of deflated me a little bit, but you know, outside of Spider-Man, I was kind of looking forward to this just because I like kung fu movies. But frankly, I'm not feeling any energy for this movie at all.
But there's 10
Shang-Chi.
energy rings. They're exercise energy rings used
No.
in combat.
I'm not
Some
feeling
kind
it.
of rings.
They might as well be cock rings because.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, it does. Listen, it doesn't have a whole lot going for it. It's a Marvel film. It's a character that's not well known. They can't use the rights to Fu Manchu, and one of the screenwriters is notoriously terrible at their job, but gets the job done because they got the Alex Kurtzman formula on their side. They just do what they're told. You know.
There you go. And
Been working so well so far. Screw it.
honestly, I think
Yeah.
another movie they're going to wait to see. Halloween Kills is supposed to be opening October 15th now? It was supposed to be coming out next month.
Canada Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah, I think they pushed it to October 15th. Yeah.
That's a little bit of risky. Actually, that might be perfect. I don't know.
Well-
They get criticized
Or just
if they release it too early, but some people who love Halloween as a general holiday, they start celebrating September 1st.
When did they release the last one?
I don't know. I thought they released the last one like early.
In September, I was going to say
in
too.
September. It was before.
Probably,
But it
yeah.
October,
killed
people
the
made
box
fun of them.
office. No, but it killed at the box office.
Yeah, because it was a good ass movie.
I didn't care for it.
You didn't like it?
Uh-uh.
I'm just surprised
Shit.
Ghostbusters isn't being released on the Halloween weekend because
Was it? Yeah, I know.
nothing else is really coming out that weekend that could ever compete with it. So,
Well, with
I mean,
Halloween
the Eternals is the
being
weekend
there,
after.
With Halloween Kills being there, I could imagine them not wanting to compete with that.
Plus,
Halloween Kills is 2 weeks prior.
The
Kids like
15th.
Ghostbusters and
Yeah,
candy.
I'm talking about the 29th. It's 2 weeks later.
Yeah, that's true.
Halloween Kills is not going to have a 4-week dominance at a box office. Not in this climate.
No, but it will for that 2 weeks leading up to Halloween.
I hope
Yeah,
for
but that's
its sake it
fine,
has
yeah.
at least a good
Have-
3-week run.
Have you guys all seen the trailer?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah,
He
I
goes
think
at him
look-
with he goes on with a hooligan bar, man.
and it opened. They actually were going to open this one the same time they did the last one, so it would have been September, the beginning of September.
So it would have been Labor Day weekend.
No, the week after they opened, they would have been the second week of September. That was the original date for Halloween. Well, actually, it was supposed to open last year, but yeah. Anyway, so this movie's actually a year overdue too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the Halloween 2018, but I know this movie's going to do well. Like that last one surprised the piss out of me. Like I knew it was going to do okay, but I did not expect it to do that fucking well. It did like almost 250 million just in the U.S., which is insane. Actually, maybe even more than that. Yeah.
But we've talked a little bit about this on the show, and we've talked about how horror movies in general have their own ease of watch in general. They always have. And I've said this, I really think horror type as a genre is what's really going to save us.
I guess it was October. Why did it come up September the first time I brought it up? Yeah, it made 255.
See?
Hmm.
And these properties, they have their fans.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go see it. I love all of them. I mean,
There you go. Well, I mean,
Just deeply hurt and offended. Tom did not like my film. I worked very hard on that time.
Get some sun, William Shatner.
That's not the William Shatner one though. That's the Halloween 4 mask.
I'm still. Well,
Because they were just.
I think the Halloween Kills film will be fine.
Oh, I think it'll do fine. I think it's going to do about 200. Well, it won't do 200 million maybe, but it will do close probably.
It'll be in that ballpark. It'll be just shy of there maybe, or right around in there. I have faith. Horror genre does really well.
It usually does.
Yeah,
Or
you know,
it doesn't
'cause
die,
it
man.
doesn't have to be that complicated. It really doesn't.
No, and it doesn't have to cost a lot either. This is the
It shouldn't.
Yeah, the Blumhouse spending what they're going to spend on freaking 3
On the Exorcist stuff? Yeah,
remakes,
that is
yeah.
reckless.
Just dumb.
I wonder if it's so much reckless as it is they're just getting the injection of money from somewhere, and it's kind of like classic Exorcist.
Someone's
Where-
primarily footing the bill, and Blumhouse is just there for the ride, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Could be. There's not a whole lot of details on that agreement as of yet, so that's still all. We can only speculate at this point until someone.
Well, because we heard from Gary Tunnicliffe, who worked on the last Exorcist film, that they said it cost like, I can't even remember what it was, like 50 or 60 million.
50 or
and
60, but they only spent like 20, right?
Yeah, it was like 25 million on it or something like that. Yeah. So somewhere the rest of the money got laundered.
Or the money didn't exist, and someone just used it as
Yeah.
basically a
Or they lied,
tax
yeah.
write-off for loss of funds because they needed to.
Circle gets the square.
Yeah, pretty much.
Almost always.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Top Gun 13, Jason takes flight.
I'm down.
Maverick has faced the final curtain. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I mean,
But will he make the cut?
well, the thing is with
boy.
this new Halloween movie, didn't they film the last 2 together here, 2 and 3? Like, isn't that the whole thing they did? I thought they did.
As far as I know, yes.
I thought that was the case.
I did not know that.
Because, like, and then they also had some, like, it dropped today, but I didn't get a chance to read it, so that's why I didn't bring it up. But they had a interview with Jamie Lee Curtis, which was clearly timed for the original release date, which it would have been next weekend. God damn it, Kitty! Get out! Get out of there! Just knocked down all my Masters of the Universe figures.
What?
Oh, well, they were in Castle. He was
ship
behind
them-
Castle Grayskull.
Ship them immediately to Mexican Iron Man.
Beast Man made me do it.
I don't know if you can see it or not. He went and knocked them all down. So-
Aw.
Oh well. What are you gonna do?
You have a
Well,
scented candle?
You're gonna clean
why
them up
not?
is what you're gonna do, Tom. But anyway,
Gotta have sense.
I got a Roomba now too, and that fucker's gonna take over the house.
Dude,
Oh, you know what?
Tom's a romantic guy, just at 6. This is like Tom is like Mr. Rico Suave. People don't even know. Like he's like the modern day romantico guy.
well, just be careful, Tom, because your Roomba could suck up your little tiny weapons from your action figures. So,
It's not upstairs.
all right, calm
Well,
down.
it will
I don't know
learn
what
to
the hell
climb
Kitty's
those
problem
eventually.
is, though.
Yeah.
He's being a little asshole. What the fuck, Kitty?
As soon as Boston Dynamics gets their hand in
He's
the
pulling
mix.
a Bambino on you.
He is. He literally is. He's like, "Meow, meow," and he's like rip tearing through the house. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what his issue is. He's had his supper, so I don't know what the problem is.
Shit, Bambino, you could feed him like a big lamb chop, and the dog like weighs like 9 pounds, and he's like, okay, what's next for dinner? I'm like, you just had a 2-pound piece of rack of lamb. Freaking Bambino, this guy.
He just ran down the stairs. All right. Anyway,
Hey, he's happy.
I can't even believe. Okay, and this is just me, but I just checked my local theater, the one that I would go to see this. It's a pretty big format. It's not IMAX, but it's huge, and there's less than 200 people seeing this film, combined in all the shows.
It's pretty small. Yeah.
This was really weird. I mean, all these auditoriums seat 450, 500 people.
How do you get to see that without buying the tickets?
Oh no, you just go to availability for ticket select. You can do that
Yeah.
on like Cineplex, AMC,
Everywhere.
IMAX theaters. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't go any place I can't reserve my seat.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
like in the GTA, we have a lot of theaters that have full reclining action on your chair, so you can lean back and put your feet up if you want.
There's
Me too.
9 people seeing Shang-Chi at 8 o'clock.
Wait, what?
9.
9 people.
Not even enough for every ring.
Then at 8:15, 3.
Wow. See, and
8:30. We got
Show me a graphic.
Like a dozen.
Screenshot it.
screenshot it.
Whatever
Screen
the
share.
hell.
I can't. I'm smoking. No, it's on my phone, bro.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like I don't know what they were thinking. You know, you're gonna have big turnout. There are gonna be markets where it'll be big. Obviously, Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York City, a couple other places. But I still don't see this thing pushing the numbers it needs to.
The thing is that they screwed up. They did not have a bigger film that they could introduce the character into to get people hyped for this one.
Yeah.
They did not do the Black Panther formula.
Yeah, it's just a shame. It's just a shame.
It's unfortunate, yeah.
Maybe we'll all have egg on our face, and the thing will have a 70 million domestic opening.
That would be awesome.
That'd be great.
Couldn't they have done that in Iron Man 3 when they were supposed to?
Introduce Shang-Chi? Oh, yeah, but they had no idea who that actor was back then.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think they knew a lot at that particular moment.
All right. Well,
okay, they did not film both films together. But she is signed on, or I believe signed on for a third film, which starts next month, or January of 2020. Sorry, not next month.
So I know who doesn't
next
die.
month. The next one comes out though.
I wonder if when
Okay.
Well, it doesn't say she's in it necessarily.
I wonder if when I buy my ticket online, if I'll get like a free bottle of like bottled water, because of Aquafina.
I've always been curious about that. How could that actress change her name to such a thing and not be a rights issue with the brand of water?
I don't know.
She changed the spelling of it.
That's like if I named myself Goldschlager.
No, it's not the same thing at all. What are you talking about?
You could be Goldschlager, Jesse.
Goldschlager. That's a whole different kind of porno.
No. Bow chicka bow wow.
Mm-hmm. See, we got a whole IP franchise going here for adult film.
Okay, and earlier I missed you, and now you're back. So, okay. Yeah.
You know,
what the hell is wrong with you people?
I don't want to sound queer or nothing, but I think you got a real nice ass.
Oh, no.
That's from a movie. Don't yell at me.
Why not?
Nothing looks good. I don't even know what to think of the cinemas anymore because I keep looking at these showings for the next 4 days and I'm like,
it's a fucking triumph, culture. Just deal with it.
Okay.
It's a triumph how many people are avoiding the film.
I can't imagine. Let's be real here. Is Disney going to fake this all the way to 60 million at the box office just to make it look respectable?
They can.
Now, let me ask you a question. How's Free Guy doing? Because Free Guy looks all fun and happy, and this movie looks all.
It did 25 opening weekend.
Yeah, it's done. I mean, it didn't have a huge budget, so it's doing okay. Plus, it was like basically free money for Disney at this point.
So you don't think it's like people like it's pulling money off the side?
Well, actually, it had a bigger budget than I thought.
No, it had a huge budget because it's mostly CGI, but it's done 182 worldwide.
Yeah.
Okay,
82
so that's not
domestic.
so bad. So when it's all said and done, that's
not
for
bad.
A month.
That's not bad for a month.
Considering.
Yeah, but it's not really enough to consider it to be drawing off people out of the theater of the other movie.
No,
it's not going to siphon off other.
No, it hasn't been like a runaway hit. Like, I mean, if it was a normal world, I bet you could quadruple that number and it would be considered a hit.
I still like Protege more than I liked.
Yeah, you're saying that, and I mean, I think Free Guy is going to do pretty well on streaming or whatever because I think it goes to Disney Plus or no, It's got a different deal. It goes to HBO.
I
Free Guy.
So.
Free Guy goes to HBO next.
But I think they still got like a 6-month window on it, not the 45.
Oh, like back in the olden days.
Closer to it, yeah.
Yeah, because it would have been one of the old deals made before.
You got a hot pile of poop.
Exactly. Deranged Lunatic, thank you so much for a pooper sticker. Only 2 people in the world dare give me pooper stickers. And the other one's Christy.
For me to poop on!
My mother gave me a
Andre
pooper sticker once.
My mother hung me on a hook once.
Johnny Dangerously.
My favorite bit in that whole movie is just him using the pricing gun on the puppies.
It was so great.
I have not seen that in so long.
Oh, I know.
I don't even think that's on Blu-ray
He
yet.
was a kid in that movie.
It should be.
Johnny Dangerously?
Yeah,
So
he
great.
was young.
What sucks is the video took off the Weird Al song. I always hated that.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was really stupid. I don't know why. Because they didn't want to pay Weird Al, evidently.
You know, for a guy who's done his whole career on being silly, he's really made some bank, I think.
Weird Al? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's not a crazy
I mean,
person.
he was meant to be a flash in a pan, let's be real. Like, there was no precedence for him to be like there is no other because there never was one before him.
Mhm.
Right?
He created a vacuum, then he filled it.
Exactly. Like, I mean, there was just like, I mean, most of the time when people do like novelty records like that, they're once and done.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
it's usually just one song.
But he had a gimmick and he ran with it and
For
can't take that
nearly
away
40
from him.
years. Yeah.
Yeah. Dash D says, God damn, Valiant. Not even Ida can blow that sig hat off his peanut. Yeah,
There
I
you
haven't
go.
seen him in the chat, but I last I knew he was doing pretty good. He sent me some video of some of the damage. It looks crazy down there.
Yeah.
So hopefully him and the fam are doing well, and hopefully anybody else dealing with that are doing okay. I know things are getting pretty rough, and I know, Mike, you're going to be taking off here pretty soon to deal with some shit like that too yourself. But yeah. Ding dong.
Yep, that's Italian food.
What
No,
the heck
I
was
like
that?
food.
Yeah, I'm going to sign off tonight about 8:30 or my time, 7:30 your time at the latest. I need to make another trip to Walmart. I'm heading out for Pat S. I've got the fuel canisters. Man, I had to drive 4 hours to like 5 different places to try to get 5-gallon canisters. But I started a GoFundMe. I'll drop it in the link in a little bit. I mean, I've got a credit card to buy everything anyways, and I'm leaving tomorrow at the crack of dawn. So I should be there between noon and 3 o'clock, depending on how things go. And yeah, he's in a bad way, and he's a great supporter of Midnight's Edge and a lot of other channels. So, yep.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people we can't even hear from because they can't get word out.
Yeah, I
but,
mean, I'm communicating with Pat S through low band, long range, a walkie-talkie. Well, it's like a ham radio. His cell phone doesn't work. Yeah, I haven't been able to talk to him. His texts keep getting returned to me. So we have this. We're talking via low band. Like, hey, you know what a ham radio is? It's the modern version of a.
You got the portable ham radios, pretty much.
Yeah, that's exactly how we're talking with each other right now, and it's one way each way, right? So, yeah. So I'm gonna have to sign off the show in about 45 minutes. I'm gonna make one last run of Walmart for a few things he needs, and then I'm gonna hit the sack early, get up early, and I'm gonna hit the road.
Right. No, man, I don't blame you, and we'll be lucky to go that late anyway, probably, because there really isn't a whole lot of news today. I mean, it's kind of the calm before the storm. Everybody's going to wait and see what happens with Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi or whatever the fuck it is that you say it. That Wheel of Time trailer came out. I didn't watch it yet. I have zero interest in it. I don't know if any of you guys did, but
Nah.
I don't even know if the chat
I
really
didn't
gives
like
a
the
shit
script.
either.
I didn't like the pilot script, so I'm skipping.
Yeah, I was muted there. Are ham radios kosher? Yes, they are kosher.
They're kosher and they're halal.
Yeah. No, well, hopefully Pat S is doing okay. And I mean, I really hate thinking that there's so many people out there who might not be able to get the word out that they need help or.
Yeah, trust me, if he wasn't in a bad way, it's a 10-hour drive each way.
Wow.
So if he wasn't a good friend and he wasn't in a bad condition,
You'd
I wouldn't
almost
be
be
doing
better
this.
off. Yeah, damn. That's
there's I mean, sitting in money is
really, I was trying
irrelevant.
to think of I was trying to think of another way to do it, but I'm like, yeah, you're right. There really isn't any other way.
There's no way. There's no way. In fact, even the gas, the closer I get, the more expensive it is. And I mean, that's why I'm loading up here.
Yeah, I mean, even if you fly like halfway there and rent a car, or something, I was thinking, but even then, probably wouldn't even be.
Yeah, you can't take gasoline on a plane these days.
Well, no. He could stop and get it on the way.
No.
Like
I'm just gonna get up and go.
He can't guarantee. Yeah.
Bambino's gonna be my co-pilot when we're rolling.
There you go. I hear you, brother. Well, keep me posted. Dash D says, "Thank you so much again for another donation. Think Weird Al would have been half as popular without MTV?
Probably about half.
Honestly, I don't know if he would have been at all. That's a very good question, Dash D. What do you guys think? I think it was.
Well, he did My Bologna and another one Rides the Bus, and those didn't have videos. But then, like for a
that was-
second album to carry him on. God, yes,
Yeah.
he needed MTV.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he would have been a flash in
like
the
a
pan otherwise, I
surgeon.
think.
That's hard to say
Fat.
because MTV did not play his music videos as frequent as they played everyone else's.
They did as he got more popular, though, because I remember
Well, that'd
Fat
be the late
being on
80s, yeah.
a lot.
Like when he did his Fat album, that
That's
was
what I'm
kind of like
saying.
when
Yeah,
he blew
even
up.
worse. Like that was all the time. That was on almost as much as Bad. Like,
Yeah, because all of his earlier stuff, like The Night Santa Went Crazy, that shit was never on MTV.
I remember
Nope.
Eat It was.
Well, they
on
never
quite
made a
bit,
video
too.
for that proper.
No, they didn't. Not till
But
later.
there's like a claymation video.
There
out
is
there. I don't know
now.
when it was made.
Yeah, he
but
made it
They
later,
did have
though.
one for Christmas at Ground Zero.
Yeah, they did. But that one was not one. Like that's the thing. Script's right. They didn't play a lot of his original songs on MTV, but no, like between. I think the one that really kicked him off probably more so was probably between like the Beverly Hillbillies song being just like Money for Nothing and stuff. That kind of helped too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those videos in that era, I think you got a point there, Dash D's. He may still have been popular, but not nearly as popular. What do you think, Culture?
For Weird Al?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he has the same popularity. He doesn't enjoy the same popularity because he's not made an impression on the younger generations. But with people like us who grew up at the MTV generation, the first one, I think he still enjoys some fame and some notoriety. I think I mean, I'm not exactly going to sign up to go to one of his concerts, but I love, occasionally hearing one of his songs. I mean, like a surgeon, all the great parodies I enjoyed, but
Albuquerque was a pretty good song of his.
I
Ryer
like
the
almost pretty much
Kaiser.
everything of his.
yeah.
What about you, Mike? What do you think?
I was never a huge fan of his back in the day. To me, he's faded off into obscurity. I mean, one level above. God, what's the name of the dude with the orange hair and the sledgehammer?
Well, you're talking either Carrot Top or Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Yeah,
probably.
Carrot Top. I mean, Weird Al is faded. He hasn't had any hits. He hasn't released anything major. He's, at best.
Well, he's
I didn't
due
know
for
Carrot
another
Top
album.
had a sledgehammer.
I think you're thinking of Gallagher.
Yeah, Gallagher had the sledgehammer. Carrot Top had the red hair because Gallagher.
Whatever. Well,
Gallagher
that
also
further
rode roller
proves,
skates.
Jesse. Hold on. That further proves my point that he's irrelevant, and I don't care.
Wow. But Paulie is right. I do remember Ricky was his first video on MTV. I have like all of his videos, like his early shit anyway. Lonnie Holcomb, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, gotta remember he originally broke out on Dr. Demento. Yeah, I mentioned that radio show, and that the Dead Puppies by that and the
By
Dead
Ogden
Puppies by Ogden Edsel. I love that fucking song. Saggy Melons, how you doing? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Yeah. So yeah, there really wasn't much else going on, but you saw a movie. I know you talked a little bit about it, Mike. You saw the what the hell's the name of it again?
Protege.
Yeah, Protege. And that one's the one with
Michael Keaton,
in
Maggie
it.
Q.
Man, you enjoyed that. So there you
I
go.
loved it. I had a blast. I enjoyed it thoroughly. More than Free Guy, not as much as the Suicide Squad. Although I will tell you this. The Suicide Squad definitely had 2 or 3 big hiccup moments, and Script did a great job on that show of talking about them. But this movie to me flowed pretty nicely. It was a classic movie in the sense that I had a good time. There was no woke up stuff. There were surprises. There were twists, some predictable things. I had a blast. I really had a good time. Really had a
awesome.
good
Glad to
time.
hear.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, you know what? That's a good thing because people need to know that those movies are still out there and that it's not really Hollywood in general that's pushing this type of stuff, but really just the bigger studios that have their own money to burn, so to speak.
And
Yeah,
I took it the way it ended, leaves it open for a possible sequel. I'm sure they won't probably do one because of where things are at in Hollywood and all.
Yeah.
But my God, it had a great cast. It was well acted. It had a great play. It was a little 007, a little Mission Impossible, a little Jason Bourne and you know what? For having a lead character that's a female Asian gal, zero wokeness in it. In fact, there's plenty of sexy moments in there. There's a bed. There's a bedroom scene. It's like movies the way I always enjoy them to be. Now, is it going to be nominated for an Academy Award or the Golden Globes? No, and that's a good thing, by the way, these days.
Well, those don't really mean anything after the event, the award ceremony, really.
Maggie, what was the premise? What was it, Michael Keaton originally? Is he like a government guy, or is he a hitman, or what's his deal?
Basically, it's a movie about different assassins and business people and their interactions by and between each other.
What were you going to say, Culture?
Oh, nothing. It's just I was touting this movie for like two or 3 weeks before it came out, saying this looks like it's going to be good. Everything I've heard about it, it means it will be pretty decent. There's going to be some stuff baked in that's going to seem familiar. I'm glad to hear it's exactly as I touted it. I haven't had a chance to see it. It's also in line for this weekend because I'm going to be traveling next week, so I don't have a lot of time to squeeze in some films. But Protege is going to definitely be one of them here in the next few days. But Shang-Chi first, just so I can suffer along with others and tell you what I think. So.
It needs a better title.
What?
Nah,
you mean Protege?
No, Shang-Chi.
Both of them. No, I actually
Protege
watched Billy
cool.
Bathgate the other night, and there's actually a joke about that. Dustin
Well,
calls Billy his protege or his prodigy, and she's like, no, it's your protege, not prodigy. Yeah. He's like, he's my prodigy.
Anyway, Prodigy comes
Maggie Q is awesome anyway,
show.
No matter what anybody says. So there you go.
Maggie Q.
Yeah.
Nelson Sharita says, "Eat It" made Weird Al. Yeah, that's what I pointed out. I remember that video being on quite a bit, and I think it got a lot of radio play as well. And then we have a new member, Red Tigress. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Let's see what we got. What level?
Minimum effort puppy.
Ooh, we get a minimum effort puppy.
Woohoo! Red Tigress. Ooh, this is my favorite one. Oh my God, look at him. Look at him go. Look. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the eyes. Hold on. Bambino, why can't you do that? Bambino, come over here. Look at the minimum effort puppy. Let me tell you minimum effort. How about a zero effort puppy called Bambino, who apparently when I call him can't even make it up the damn stairwell.
Saggy is very upset that you did not acknowledge her presence, by the way, Mike.
Saggy, you know I love you, mi amor, mi corazón, mi espíritu, mi alma. Estoy completamente enamorado contigo.
Are you flirting in Spanish?
I am. How did you know? Could you tell by the sound of my voice?
Yeah, you're trying to sound like all sexy and shit. Like Taco Bell, burritos supreme, and tacos all night long. I don't know.
Wait, that's how I sound?
No,
not really. You wish you sounded that good.
I don't think Mexican Iron Man. I don't think you'd ever really talk sexy about Taco Bell.
Those are just the only words I know. Dash D says Weird Al even edited Mad Magazine for a short time, and he had a lot of fingers in pies. Yeah, I remember when he did that. It was right near the end of Mad Magazine. I don't know how well it worked, but I didn't see any of it. Stephen Otten, how you doing, buddy? Says, hail, Tom, Script, Mike, Culture, Jesse, Wrenches, and chat. Sorry I couldn't join you live. Got into Shang-Chi for free. We'll give you a review later. Oh, well, that sucks, Steven, because this was the show where I was going to give away $1 million, and you were the winner. And all you had to do is type in the chat, I love Midnight's Edge, and too bad you're not here. Now you don't win the $1 million.
Yeah, that's also sad is that if you end up not liking the movie, you got to complain to get your money back.
No, I'm kidding. There's no $1 million. I wish.
If I had $1 million.
Paulie's seeing Tango Shalom tomorrow.
Oh, jealous.
Yeah.
Dude, he's gonna be with R&B like at the premiere thingy.
Bitching. Awesome.
That is so. I talked to Paulie like less than an hour ago. I'm so excited for him, and Paulie's gonna be watching son of a bitch. And I can't say anymore. Shang-Chi. And and I think he's gonna go live later tonight, right after he gets out of the theater. So, yeah. The great Paulie of Midnight Edge Espanol and the Latino Slant, which, by the way, Latino Slant, congratulations for being back and winning, or at least getting out of YouTube hell. So good job, Paulie.
Hey, Mike. Paulie wanted me to remind you about the Picard viewings.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Just left.
It's fun. Oh. It's funny you mentioned that because I was watching this stream earlier and he said there's no way in hell he's going to do that. And I said, don't worry, Paulie. Mexican Iron Man remembers. And plus, look, not only do I have it on tape that he said okay, but I have it on good. I told Andre for sure, and Andre's looking forward to it. So we can't disappoint Andre, can we, Tom?
We can, but he gets really upset.
Right.
Here's the thing, Mike. You have additional footage to review from last evening, then, because he said he was going to do it on whatever Wednesday with Wes Moody of the Wes Moody webcast last evening.
Oh, Mexican Iron Man's going to go on a video hunting expedition when I get back from New Orleans on Sunday.
Yeah. Just be safe, Mike.
Brian
I
Barth
will.
has a question here for Script Doctor. Do you know anything about Coppola's film he is trying to make, Megalopolis? Heard he is trying to make the film for years.
Decades, actually.
Sounds like he does.
Yeah. I think there's at one point where he tried to rent one of the largest aircraft hangars over at Pinewood and build a city inside of it, and they told him no. That's the script. Yeah, he's been working on that for a very long time. That's about all I really know. I've never read the script. I heard it's supposed to be like 3.5 hours.
Or what it's supposed to be about or nothing.
He says, according to both an IndieWire and an AV Club story from 2 days ago, that he's even willing to spend as much as $100 million of his own money to get the project greenlit.
That's not going to do it, though. The budget for this film is rumored to be more expensive, the most expensive film ever. And that was prior to like The Rise of Skywalker and all those.
Let me tell you something. Francis Ford Coppola is crazy.
Yeah, he is.
Like literally.
In a good way.
Like he is fucking batshit insane crazy.
Yeah, and his daughter is crazy, and she's
he thinks his daughter can act, and I mean that's pretty crazy.
I like Coppola, but he's crazy.
And Nick Cage, he's pretty crazy.
It runs in the family.
Nick Cage is just a god. Let's all face it.
but
he was Big Daddy and Kick Ass, and ever since then he's just done nothing wrong.
Okay.
The end.
Well, I think everything he's done since then has been wrong. But anyway, Brian Barr.
Oh, but that's the magic.
That's the best we can give you, buddy. Sorry, I can't give you much more than that. Rod Thunderheart is in the chat. How you doing, our Canadian brother?
Rod.
Hail.
Says, Hail Mead. Just wanted to say hello and help keep the lights on. Thank you so much. I'm planning on Shang-Chi. Though I'm thinking Abomination will jobbed out in several seconds. Yeah, that's no. Sorry for the spoilers.
I think you see as much of him in the trailer as you do in the movie.
Yeah, that's kind of what Andre alluded to. Is what we see in the trailer is all we see.
Good.
Yeah, Goddess of Wind.
I think what he really wanted was a chai tea.
Chai tea.
There's plenty of places you can get some good chai tea where he is.
Yeah, I mean, if you go with the no water, 6 pumps, no water chai tea at Starbucks, you'll be happier. But
there we go. Goddess of Whim is in the house. How you doing? Says, let me try this again. What's Wheel of Time and why should I care? Exactly. That's why I didn't watch the
fantasy
trailer.
Novel series by Robert Jordan, and it's better to read than it is to watch this adaptation.
It looks like Lord of the Rings trying to be made for wussies. That's what it looks like for me.
Wow, that's really saying something because damn.
Like it looks boring and it looks like gay.
Like way more wussy than let's say a Hobbit.
No. Yeah, much more.
That walks
hey,
along
Valiant
with his,
Renegade, how you
Hobbit
doing, buddy? Hope you're hanging in there with all the issues going on.
And we're texting each other, so I'm going to go see him on my way in and on my way around. So,
hey, Mark.
Wow, is Drinker done streaming? We got a drinker raid. You guys we're gonna start all over again.
All right, hold on. Let me put my clothes back on and then turn the camera on, and I'll do a striptease again.
Don't ever do that again. We lost 500 subscribers the last time you did that.
No.
Oh,
yeah, but one guy gave him $1,000 and asked for pictures.
No. He said $1,000 and told me never to do it again, and then I got blocked. Yeah.
ActionCom says, when will they release The Day the Clown Cried? Will it go straight to Netflix? Would you see it? Should they hide it to keep the legend alive? Actually, I was talking about this the other day, and people are like, I don't think it's ever going to see the light of day. Oh, it's set to see the light of the day in 2024. My guess is, as of right now, I think you have to get a special engagement with, I think it's the Library of Congress. Does that sound about right, Script?
I think so, because it came out in what, 70, 72, 73?
It never came out, but like,
Well, I mean, it was printed.
yeah. I mean, but like that's the whole thing is you have to actually. It's you may even have to be like a scholar or some bullshit to see it.
Why?
Like I was reading some deal where it's like you have to go to see it. I don't think, as far as a release, I wouldn't imagine anything happening anytime soon because of that. I have no idea what stipulations, but from what I was reading is like, yeah, you have to make an engagement to go see it at the Library of Congress or whatever, and you have to be like a scholar or a teacher or a film student or anything like that. Like,
What about if you're Mexican?
maybe.
Is it just what's
You have
the
a better
story
chance if
behind
you're
this one? I
Jewish.
don't know it. Is it?
Oh, you don't
cursed?
know this one? Oh, this is the one we were talking about, Jesse. I think it was on your stream.
It's Jerry Lewis's crazy directing film.
Oh my God, this was so
It is
awful.
okay. Now again,
I don't remember this conversation.
maybe it wasn't on your stream, but so
No, we
if
just
anybody's
talked
got
about
any
this.
kids in the room, take them out of the room for 2 seconds while I explain what this movie's about. Okay, this movie is about. It takes place during World War II in one of those camps where people make you concentrate really hard.
How
And
cheerful.
Jerry Lewis plays a clown who leads
Wow.
children to the gas chamber.
Holy shit!
It's very dark.
Exactly.
Who wrote this?
Jerry Lewis.
Wow.
He
Damn,
thought it was a
Barry.
good idea at the time.
Fuck. Was he?
I'm sure he's like thinking, "Oh, this is gonna win me a fucking Oscar." And it's like,
Well, I mean,
What
the
were you
rumor is that
thinking?
it's a really, really dark but good
well, I'm
movie.
sure it's a decent film as far as that goes. I mean, what?
How many kids does he kill?
I don't know.
That's. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole like, yeah, that's the whole sad part of it is that they used a clown to do that.
Is
Like,
that why?
yeah.
Is that why?
I think it's even based on a true story. Yeah,
Is that why the Rat Pack stopped hanging out with him?
maybe.
You never heard of this, Jesse? Seriously?
No, I seriously have.
There's
never
been a
heard
lot of
this.
famous directors and stuff who have seen it at private screenings and stuff with him, but yeah, it's never been released.
I'm fine with that. I don't want to see it.
And he
It's
had it in his
supposedly
will.
atrocious.
Yeah, and he
Wanna
had it in
go
his
watch
will that it wasn't supposed to be
Transformers.
released until so many years after his death, and I'm sure that's the other stipulations what I was just talking about, where you can only view it through the Library of Congress and all that kind of shit. So
Right.
Yeah, Larry is right, and Jerry Lewis was Jewish.
yeah,
He thought this was a good idea.
Yeah, there's
he thought it was a good idea.
Yeah,
Mel Brooks.
he essentially goes to the gas chamber with children. That's basically
Yes,
the. Yeah, sorry to ruin it, but there you are.
that's yeah, and then he cries.
I don't know about that, but I do know that.
That's well, yeah, of course he does. That's what all the pictures are of.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, it's, a lot of people have well, the people that have seen it have very contentious remarks on the film.
Yeah, most of them are
Some-
probably just like, "Oh, this is."
some say
cringe
it's
as
a
fuck."
terribly dark, beautiful film. Others say it is a horrible thing that's totally off base. It's all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's a clown. That's the whole point. But since he's Jewish, that's why he's in the camp or whatever.
Yeah.
Dash D says, "What's up with the new Mortal Kombat Legends movie? I never even knew it was in the pipe. Neither did I. I saw
And
it.
the cartoon one?
I haven't seen it, but I saw it on Vudu, and I didn't know what it was all about. Yeah, what's that about, Culture? And welcome, Andre.
Yeah, greetings.
And thank you for bringing about 50 people with you from Drinker's Stream. That was awesome.
Oh, brilliant.
And welcome to all the newcomers.
yeah, that link is basically the history of this film and when you'll be able to see it, and where, and all the information, and why.
Yeah, and this might even been the one I found.
why it's been made available, and this is going back several years now.
I'm just good on this one. I want you to see this. It's
No
after
one needs to
Schindler's
see this.
List.
No one needs to see this.
Agreed. Let's go watch a Ninja Turtles movie.
Won't be available until June of 2024. And it won't be easy unless you live near Northern Virginia. So that's where this library is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
And he-
sure that it'll find some way to be made available, and I look forward to it because it's not every single day that you get a brand new movie from a century ago.
You do know that what this movie's about, right, Andre?
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting just from a purely historical perspective.
Okay.
He's a Viking. That doesn't.
I mean, I'm
scare
talking about for entertainment value,
No.
but exactly the same kind of thing as some Leni Riefenstahl propaganda features. It's going to be like interesting from purely historical purposes, if nothing else.
Okay, here's what I was talking about. There will be no access at all to the public or even researchers for 10 years after the agreement was signed, but it is not like we're going to stick it in a vault. We can and will do preservation work on the important part of film history. So
Mm.
they're
You
going to
know,
be
France
releasing
is
it
going to
in
want to get
10
their copy
years.
on his
10
hands on
years
it.
it'll be released on DVD. So,
So that'd be
Yeah, if there is a
2027.
DVD at that point.
well, it'd probably be Blu-ray.
Is that for 2027, like 10 years after Lewis's death, or
That's a good
2034?
question. I don't know. That's a very good
Because
question.
France is going to want a copy on this. They love Jerry Lewis and everything he does.
Well, you can see it at this place here, the MOMA. That's the one that does all the stuff with like Criterion and stuff. That's the
oh
most.
yeah, MoMA.
Yeah. So that's where it's going to be. So yeah, let's get past that stuff because that's kind of depressing.
Thanks, MJ Media, for letting us know about that. That's
Yeah.
It was interesting, if depressing.
A very, very, very interesting piece of film history. That's for sure.
Well,
And
Exactly, that's what I mean. It's like interesting from a film historical point of view,
yeah.
Yeah.
not for anything else.
Yeah, I don't think there's some current governmental entities that would like anybody to see this film. Just
oh no,
FYI.
this movie would definitely not. No, they would not want you to see this movie.
Now, what do you guys think about The Great Dictator in the same vein, where he does play, basically that guy?
See, now that one's pretty well regarded, but I don't know nowadays if kids were aware of it, what they would do. It's a good point, Jesse.
well,
I'm sure
it's
they'd
black and
freak
white,
out
so
on it.
already kids today aren't going to want to watch it.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'd freak out on it.
Yeah, because I like that movie because the speech at the end is so beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
like
an
the whole
incredible
point.
movie. It's like I think it's probably my favorite Joplin movie.
Mine is Modern Times. It just gets me. I like that one.
Yeah, those two are like the two big ones where I'm concerned. But still, I just think that the Great Dictator is slightly more profound, much because of that speech at the end. There.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plus, he's playing both sides of it the entire movie.
Yeah.
And just to nudge you, I think we're falling. Do we have some super chats we need to hit?
Just
we
the
get 'em
one
all?
that's on the screen from
Oh.
Tatsunami, who says Mexican Iron Mike with a big old heart.
Hi,
Oh, no
Tatsunami. Hello. What is a CHF? What is that? A Canadian? No.
That is
No,
Swiss
it's a
francs.
Swiss franc. Swiss franc.
Ooh, that's fancy money. Ooh,
Swiss franc.
that's like real money. That's like the gold the platinum standard.
it's chocolate inside for real.
Yeah. Thank you.
Indeedy do.
There's
And
chocolate in the money. What?
yeah.
No.
So really, other than that, we don't really have too much on the docket. Like the main news was that everything's delayed. We kind of hashed that out, Andre. I don't know if you want to comment on it too much.
Oh, everything is delayed, which really sucks. Especially like when Tom told me that that this includes Jackass the movie. I was like, what? No, I didn't compute that. Fuck, because I really wanted to see that.
Well, that actually wasn't reported in a lot of the reports. I had to find it in the Bloomberg report that I brought up. The only ones all they were talking about were Mission Impossible and Top Gun.
Yeah, I don't really care about any of those, but like I really, really wanted to. I still want to see the Jackass one. I mean, I'm a fan of that, believe it or not.
Me too. I love those movies.
Yeah,
Ray Romano is quoting your review.
Headless Snarf. Yeah, you will. Just when you go and you see the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But that was like. That's what I was talking about. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you get there.
Snarf, snarf. Oh, Lord.
You need a head to be able to say snarf, snarf.
That is
So,
very true. Diego Flores sends in 5. That's Peruvian
Peruvian soul.
souls. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the latest scene of Dune in Variety? No. And there was some other preview that was brought out too, Andre. Did you see that announcing that it will be? Because I know you're going to be seeing it. What, in a week and a half?
So I think it's like 2
2
weeks
weeks.
it opens here.
Yeah, September 15th,
Unless-
I think it is.
Yeah, something like that. Unless they decide to delay it again or something because of Operation Delta Force, you never know.
Well, I don't know. They dropped some trailer somewhere today. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard about it. So I'll be interested to check it out. But I did get my Dune Blu-ray in the mail. It was supposed to be 4K, and it was fucking the regular one. But that's not as
disappointing thing.
I didn't even open it because like I was like whatever. But then like I heard other people have been getting just they've been getting their instead of the 4K disc, it'll be 2 discs of the special features. So I don't know what the hell snafu they ran into with this one here. So yeah.
Lindsay says that she saw the boys cover the Midnight on the Midnight to Espanol. They covered the Dune clip.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Well, if Diego has it, he can send me the link and I'll send it to Andre here or whatever, or share it.
I think I probably saw it because, like, when I saw Shang-Chi, then there was a brand new Dune trailer, the Norwegian one. So yeah, that's.
I wonder if it's
I'm
just
sure
like the
that's the one.
Japanese one I saw or whatever. Because I saw one about a week and a half ago that was like almost all different footage, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know you didn't see it because it even showed the Baron in it.
Oh yeah, this one did that. So probably
Aren't
something
they-
similar.
Probably all the same one then.
Yeah.
Aren't they screening this in Venice in like the next few days?
Yeah, probably.
Something like that I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I mean, there's been a few screenings already.
Are you more excited or less excited, Andre, for it?
For Dune?
Yes.
I'm really excited intellectually, but I'm just like so burned out on everything sucking, on everything being delayed, and everything being like on streaming that I'm not excited emotionally. I'm like, I've been wanting a Dune movie for a decade, actually 2 decades, and now it's about to hit, and I don't feel any excitement. It's really sad. Just I'm jaded, I guess.
Well, that gets to. Oh, we've got a super chat. Tom, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, Valiant Renegade sends in $10. Thank you so much, buddy. Hope you're doing all right. Says, thanks for the continued entertainment and great conversations. Great YouTubers are making this week a lot easier for us. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, Valiant sent me some of the footage of the damage down there. My God.
Yeah, and he also has a video on his channel, so everyone go check out
I didn't even know that.
Valiant
Yeah,
Renegade.
so,
No, he put a great video out there. Like, honestly, that's like some on-the-ground reporting. So everyone go check out Valiant Renegade's channel. You should do that anyway, but like especially now, go check out his excellent videos.
So it's
right
probably
there.
some of the same stuff
Get up
he sent me.
those few hours.
And honestly, it's got to be terribly difficult down there because the city never has a chance to fully rebuild itself anymore. It seems like no matter what happens, within a decade, it just gets hammered again.
Well, I'll have more pictures and video tomorrow, and I'm meeting up with Valiant tomorrow afternoon. Like I said, it's a 10-hour drive, and I should be seeing him sometime in the afternoon. And he's been a real trooper, and I'm glad he's okay because he's a good friend of ours. And
speaking of, you're going to be taking off here pretty soon anyway to go help out another friend of ours too soon. So, was there anything else we had to discuss before we took off for the day? I mean, I know we're not quite there yet, but we're getting there, and Andre's probably getting tired here.
Pretty much have to be up in a few hours, so I just want to drop in and say hi.
Yeah, like I said, we're kind of rounding out here soon anyway. Mike's got to leave early anyhow, and there really wasn't much in the news. I mean, we're kind of like waiting with bated breath to see how Shang-Chi or how they managed to make Shang-Chi make more than $50 million at the box office to at least look.
I can't wait to discuss that movie with all of you once you see it with headless Snarf and everything.
I'm headed there tomorrow.
I'm going to have to figure out how to go see it.
I'm headed there tomorrow. I'm going to see it tomorrow. So there you are.
I ain't going to have time to go see it tomorrow.
I'm just getting it out of the way early in the weekend so I can watch something like Protege on Sunday, maybe.
I don't really feel the need to see this movie, period, because you guys are trying to make me feel like, why would I watch this movie?
Well, aren't you excited about being empowered by seeing the Chinese Wakanda? Because you get to see that here.
Kinda, I guess. I don't know.
Closest theater I could see it shows it in less than an hour, and it's an hour away. So I ain't seen it tonight anyway.
I thought
I might have to wait
Die
till
Hard was
Saturday.
empowering. The last movie I honestly watched was Werewolf Within, and it was decent.
Can I drop the link for his GoFundMe in the chat or no?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. The last movie I saw in theaters before this one was actually Nolan's Lady in the Water, that time travel thing, Tenet. Yeah, no, I'm for real. I think that's Nolan's Lady in the Water.
Yeah,
That's the movie where he bought his own hype, and he made something that was just a complete piece of crap, and he thought it was something profound, and he was just way too pretentious about it. The whole product was pretentious, and it had no reason to be.
See, I'm glad
It
that
had
you
the
said
same,
that because I didn't see that one either. It just
it had
looked
the
like they were
same Labor Day
pushing-
opening that Shang-Chi is having right now, actually, as we speak.
Oh wow! So then it's like then it's been like a year then since I saw. Well,
Yeah.
imagine
We
it's
were-
been a whole year without going to the theaters.
We were commenting earlier that a couple of us couldn't finish it. But I think Tom bowed out at minute 45. I bowed out at the 30-minute mark.
On what, Tenet?
Yeah,
I
I
only
just
made it
I
45
was
minutes
lost
in.
and bored.
I would say that I was very, very happy in Nolan movies to live in subtitle land because the audio mix is often so poor in them that it's like impossible to make out what they actually say. And when you can, you typically have like something like muffling the voice one way or the other, whether it be Bane's mask or something. So yeah, very happy to be in subtitle land when watching Nolan movies. Of course, not in the case of Tenet because I was dreadful in any land.
Well,
I am the only person here that enjoyed that film. I've seen it 4 times.
Really?
What?
Oh, well.
Hey, I love Ready
Well,
Player
good for you.
One.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. And Andre, you're right. The sound mix was terrible. The dialogue is supposed to come from the center channel, and it sounded muddy. The presentation outside of the theater was better in my home theater.
Yeah. I would say it was very cool because they actually came to Oslo to film a shit ton of it. Like so much was filmed in Norway in that movie, which was like cool seeing my countrymen and the local ambulances and everything like that. But didn't save the movie.
yeah. We got.
I'm gonna bow out right now because I got to get to Walmart before they close at 10, and I got
Sure.
a lot of stuff to get. So, guys, thanks for everything. Anybody who wants to donate, the links in the chat. Andre, love you. Tom, love you. Jesse, I miss the absolute snot out of you. Culture, you know I love you. And Script, I have some technical questions for you, by the way, because I've been reading some scripts recently, and my God, do I have even more respect for you and your craft now that I understand. Bro, I don't see. Let me just tell you real quick. You know Tom Conkel's movie, which I love completely. Well,
Yeah.
I actually have the actual script of it now, and I read through it. Oh my God, what you people do! It's like doing tax returns. It's so technical, so
It can be.
technical.
It's
God.
especially if it's a writer-director thing. Yeah, it's really technical.
So I want to talk to you about that over the weekend. All right, I'm going to run away. I'm going to run and go, and I got to call Valiant and some other people, make sure they're okay. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.
Sounds
Take
good.
care.
I might.
Thanks. Bye.
Dash D says they're making a virtual ABBA stage show with new releases. I'm excited. Woo! I saw that.
Oh, cool.
I'm not a big ABBA fan, but good for those
Well,
people
you know,
who are.
they
Wait, you
gotta
don't like
bring
Waterloo?
Gravity back. No, there's a reason they burned all those disco records.
And it doesn't help that I had was working in a video store when Mamma Mia came out, and we had a trailer that played 30,000 times
Oh,
a day.
that's
that
nothing
had,
compared to Rent, dude.
Oh,
Rent
God.
was worse.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You want to find someone who ever worked at a video store, just say like, the first two lines to 521,800
Oh
minutes,
God, no.
and they will
Stop.
instantly turn around and tell you to shut up
I'm about
with an
ready to.
explicit. Yeah.
You just remind me of what was that? Team America World Police, where they're saying everyone has AIDS.
Everybody, that's what's making fun
That's a
of.
better song, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White Portuguese asks, what is going to be woke in Dune 2021? Script, Andre? Can you answer that for us?
There's 1.5 race bait. That's it, or race
Pretty
change.
much.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that concerns me is that the script is paced for about a 2-hour film, and the runtime has been officiated at 2.5 hours. So I'm worried that we're going to get a bunch of the Blade Runner 2049 long, pouring, not needed.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely are. Of course, that's like
Yeah.
a director's trademark.
Pretty much. I mean, that's the only thing that's going to kind of maybe throw off the pacing. But I mean, if they get the performances out of it and it doesn't stray too far from the script that you and I have read, I think it'll be a really good win for a lot of Dune fans.
Yeah,
That'd be
I hope
nice.
so. I really could use like a good Dune adaptation right about now. I would be something since pretty much everything else sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that, I really have to be out here because I have to like wake up in a few hours.
All right. Well, we got another super chat after this question. I was just going to say, No, I haven't yet, K-Mation, but enough people are asking me about it. I think I'm going to review them. There's enough people who want to review it with me, so.
I've seen Cowboy Bebop. It's a beautifully drawn anime.
Well, not only that, I think like Lorena and a couple of the other ladies are just getting into it and stuff like that or whatever. So, yeah, maybe I'll get a crew together and we'll
Just
review
never
them.
been my bag.
I'm not a big anime fan, but I got pressured into it, so we'll see.
Peer pressure for the win.
Dash D says they're making a virtual. Oh, we got that one. That's the one we got.
Yeah.
There was another one after that, though, I swear. There it was. Prof. Gray. If Shang-Chi, Eternals, and Spider-Man flops, does that kill the Marvel films for a time, or can it survive? What do you think, Andre, real quick before you go?
Oh, absolutely, it can't survive that. I mean, the MCU is not like a regular franchise. It's gonna take many, many more flops than that to kill off the MCU permanently. Because, I mean, you have so many things that are already in development that can't be stopped. And all of those things would have to like stop to or flop to stop the MCU. So no, I mean the only thing that's going to happen if they flop is that they're going to have to force a change of direction in those things which are still far enough away from production that they can be changed.
Yeah.
Now, ballpark figure, Andre, what do you think it would take? Like 6 out of 8 movies, 6 out of 12 movies to flop? 8 out of 20, 10 out of 20. I mean, what does it take?
4 or 5 in a row.
I think
takes
like
one.
Yeah,
Usually, but with the Marvel thing, I think it's going to take at least 3 or 4.
Honestly, I think it's going to take 2. I think between the Disney Plus series, which haven't worked the way that they wanted, and Shang-Chi and the Eternals, just right there is enough that it's going to force a change of direction.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
right
it
there
also depends on what Sam Raimi does with Doctor Strange, because that's going to be their next bigger title after Spider-Man.
Yeah, because Spider-Man's going to knock them right back where they're going to feel powerful.
That's the thing. Unless some cataclysmic thing happens between now and then, which I don't think. I mean, Spider-Man, whenever it does come out, it's like too big to fail. But I mean, the only way it's going to fail is if it's that fucking bad and word of mouth gets out there, like there's something really horribly wrong with it. That's the only way I see Spider-Man not doing well, or like the world is so like in chaos or something like that. You know what I mean? Like there has to be some kind of outside force almost to cause Spider-Man to flop. But I don't know. Maybe
be careful what you say. Like the weirder things have happened.
Well, I know what's going on right now. That could very well happen, but Sony will move that movie before they open it.
Yeah, but do you think that has the muscle to hold up a season of trash?
It might.
I think it does, but I
mean,
think
this new Spider-Man movie, the way the buzz is with it, the way it's going, I mean, I think this is going to be one of the bigger Marvel movies, I think, even with the current situation.
Probably. But with that, I really have to be out here.
No problem, Andre. Take care. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, absolutely. So take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the
stream. Talk to you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, take care. Bye.
Siddharth Shukla passed at 40, heart attack, says Dash DC. Yeah, I read that. I am not familiar with the actor, but I saw that. Like, yeah, it was really sad to hear. I read a little bit about him. Yeah, that's sad that's the way I discovered him. But yeah, sorry to hear that, and thoughts go out to his family and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, 40, a heart attack is just bad. I heard he was really healthy and athletic and shit. Yeah, what was that?
Precisely. There's nothing more shocking than that, because just like you said, he was healthy and athletic, and the next day he's not here anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully, it wasn't anything more than that, and his family can at least move on, and we can move on with our show now. And I don't know how to. I hate segueing out of that shit. That's why I tried to save him for the end. I know. I hate that. He's right. It is the toughest fucking thing to do. Like, he's not wrong. And that's why I used to hate doing obituaries too when I was on. Like, they at least let us used to pre-record those. And that was almost like a given, because you do not want to fuck up an obituary live, right?
No.
Like, so at least they would let us pre-record that shit. So at least when you're doing that and stuff, you could go on and just, do your own thing. And then you could come out of that and you're not so like, in that zone, right? So like, and I know I hate talking about it in general.
See, that's why you just got to play the intro ways. It was just refresh everybody with some 80s cartoons real quick.
Exactly. Well, that's where they, at least on the radio, you could go to commercials in between. So,
Mhm.
But
How dare you?
She's
I
an
know. I'm
expert.
sorry. I'm sorry. That little man is angry. He's so angry.
Friggin' hippies.
Hey,
You're not a hippie.
no.
You pay taxes.
Kidding. Most of the hippies from the 60s became squares in the 80s. So
Yeah, they invested in soybeans, just like Carlin said. Yeah,
That's very true, though.
yeah, it is. Eternity's ponytail wearing motherfuckers.
Oh, shit. So I'm going to share this link once again. This is for the Pat S. GoFundMe. Or, is it GoFundMe? I think it is.
yeah.
Yeah. There you go, guys. If you can help out, that'd be great. Mike's going to head on down and help him out. Hopefully, Valiant, if he's still listening, let me know if you need any help, Valiant. And if you guys know of anybody who needs some help, let our mods know, and we can possibly get the links out in the chat there. I know anybody who can help out will try and do their best to do so at these times like this. This really sucks when the weather's like this and there's not much you can do, especially like, Jesse was saying before. I mean, New Orleans has been hit so hard so many damn times, right? Like, and down there in that area. So he's still here. Glad to hear. I can send you the link, but I don't know if you're powerful enough to hop in. You can try it. I'll go ahead and send it to you here. Got so many things. There we go. But yeah, we got Cameron Pasha, I think, coming on tomorrow. So that's going to be cool. Selma Hayek is 55 today, says Dash Dees. Wow. Well, happy birthday to Selma Hayek.
Still doesn't look a day over 30.
No, she doesn't. She looks amazing. She's one of the only reasons I'm kind of looking forward to the Eternals. Not really looking forward to it, but
yeah.
Why don't you hop in for a few minutes and just give us an update, Valiant? That'd be cool. But yeah. I saw the toys for the Eternals the other day. They don't look.
Oh,
horrible.
that sounds exciting.
Their heads look weird, though.
Their heads look a little weird.
Their heads are weird, but the toys didn't look half bad. I wasn't that concerned, but they're 70% off at Target, so pick them up because right now you're
already the Eternals are.
Your kids
not
could say,
Eternals.
"Who
I'm
is
sorry,
this?"
Shang-Chi, yeah.
No, Shang-Chi, no, but they do look weird too. They like the little person's head. I don't know what it is, male, female. I don't know. Looks really bizarre.
Chucky?
I mean, yeah, Chucky. Yeah,
Leprechaun?
I don't know.
Leprechaun Chucky.
Yeah, that looks really weird. That face is really weird.
That's that girl I said that is going to end up aging like badly between films because they filmed this movie 2 years ago. If they make a sequel,
Oh yeah, she's gonna be like a foot taller.
yeah,
Yeah, it could be a foot taller.
and they're supposed to be immortals or whatever. So they either
makes sense. It makes
age
sense, Tom.
slower
It makes sense.
Just hush. Dash D says, "Hey Valiant, I can send you a Molson Canadian hat if you like."
No, those are good hats.
There you go. You're Canadian, you would know.
Oh yeah. They had a brewery in Toronto, and the beer was pretty good. It's strong, stronger than anything you get in the States. But
Yeah, we have weird laws.
I know, right? Except we don't have
It's
portioning
stupid.
laws for hard liquor. That's the thing. We have portioning laws for hard liquor in Canada.
It's ridiculous because it's like it's all about how you sell it. Like you can't sell a 6-pack of something that is over a certain amount. Then you have to sell it individually, but they don't sell it individually, so you can't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen bartenders get their license pulled away for serving more vodka in a drink than they're supposed to because the U.S. guy, tipped him extra $50. And
That
it's not
is
worth
kind of insane.
The thing is, they can serve you as many drinks as you want. They just can't serve you the portions in those drinks that you might want in one. The price is the exact same.
How do they have automatic pour systems everywhere?
It's not automatic pour systems. There's just tons of monitoring by the establishments themselves.
So you got to be on your game and not over pour.
Oh yeah, like our bartenders are really good at their job. Like they
Well,
do
it's like
tricks,
he was just saying, yeah.
Yeah,
do
if they're not, they're
portion stuff.
unemployed.
Oh yeah, they are.
So you
But,
pass them
like,
$50,
anytime if you
they'll
go up
load it
there-
up.
But if you go up there and you say you want like like a nice tall glass of like scotch or something, they'll be like, I can get you 3 glasses to the brim of the scotch, but it's the same price, but I'm not giving you one in a tall glass. And it's like, it's for your friends, right? And then they're like, you just say yes and you're good to go.
Wait. I just go up to the bartender lady and I say, give me the thing that tastes good with a whole bunch of booze in it. Then they know what you want. I always take the easy route on things like
Sorry
that.
about that, Valiant. I hate Twitter. I went and sent it to the wrong.
Why did you put it on Instagram?
Yeah, no, I sent it to everybody. Now everybody's coming in.
Well, have a party.
Okay.
We're gonna have a whole bunch of riffraff in here, probably.
Oh man. Oh.
I know.
Well, as a
at least
member
one
of the
them.
Well, we
riffraff,
can close out on a riffraff. It's getting close to my bedtime.
Oh no, it's all people I trust. It's not like
Yeah.
yeah, I got to dip out.
It's actually,
too.
funnily enough, it'd be people from the Thursday night throwdown, which is going to be on tonight at 10:30 Central usually.
No, it's sooner than that. It's 40 minutes from now, less.
Oh
30
wow, you
minutes from
moved
now.
it up.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, we're
Good to let me know.
10 Central. Read the chat, Tom.
I don't read chats.
All right. Anyway, no, and I've got to
It's
dip out. I have,
hard.
to, I have to
Welcome,
have supper. Oh crap! I'll hang around a couple more.
Hey
minutes.
guys,
Hey,
Hey,
so
man.
how's things going down there?
do what you got to do, culture. No worries. Yeah, we're good. Hopefully this is working. I haven't fiddled with
Not
this
bad.
headset in a while, so
Yeah, you're good to go.
cool. Yeah, it's a little slow internet because I've got the iPhone here plugged into the MacBook Pro laptop, and
Hotspotting
so
it,
I'm
okay.
trying to use hotspotting it. So this is all we've got right now. So yeah, we're good. I appreciate everybody's thoughts and prayers. There's some of us out there, like Tom talked about, in the YouTube community that are a lot worse off than we are. And I know Mike is getting on the road tomorrow to come down this way to try to help them out. So no, I appreciate everybody's support and well wishes. We are waiting on getting electricity back on where I'm at.
Yeah, because you're
Hopefully,
using generators right now, right?
yeah, I've got 2 generators on the porch outside. Every morning at 7 a.m. I do about a 2-hour round trip, just drive time into Mississippi. And then usually about 45 minutes while I'm there, just getting things, because they have gas stations around where I'm at that are they're getting fueled up, and they're open, but you have to sit in line on the highway for an hour or two. So what I usually just decide to do is, if I'm going to sit in line and idle the engine, I might as well just get on the highway and just head out on the interstate and go to Mississippi. And when I get there, there's still a lot of people going to Mississippi to fuel up, but it's not as bad. So I might wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes in line there. And I honestly, I don't mind the drive at this point because I get to sit in my car with the freaking air conditioner. So I ain't bitching.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, yeah,
So-
and I mean, I've heard, different stories from different places. I'm just glad you guys are doing okay, and hopefully you guys can get power on soon and get things back at least semi-order and up and running and stuff like that. But we're glad to have you here at least for a few minutes here while we're closing out the show. But Dash
Yeah.
D sent us another
Good to come
$5 super chat and said, dumb liquor law, no dancing in taverns, but men and women weren't allowed to drink together.
Sometimes you just got to cut loose.
Foot loose.
Y'all were
Kick
talking
off
about
your
that earlier.
Sunday shoes.
I was cracking up because I remember maybe about 7 years ago now. I took a trip with Mrs. Renegade and 2 of our kids up to Salt Lake City for the ACDA convention, the American Choral Directors Association. My wife's a music teacher. And at the last time I was in Salt Lake, anywhere in Utah, I was a little kid. I used to go skiing every year with my dad. And we got there, and like Jesse was saying, some of the laws are just crazy. Like they do have the electronic monitoring on the pours for whiskey, vodka, whatever. And it's just like Script said. It's like you go there, you can, because I even looked at him. I said, could you just give me a double so I don't have to come back? I just want to take this drink and hightail it out. And they said, no, we can't do that, sir. And I said, okay, but I can order as many drinks as I want. I can order 3 drinks. You just can't pour 2 of them in one glass. Yes, sir. I said, God damn it, I'm from New Orleans. I don't understand this shit. I'm like, and the best thing was I walked out of a bar that was in the hotel. We were in downtown Salt Lake. I walked out of the bar, still inside the hotel, and tried to go down the hallway, not even 100 feet, maybe 50 feet down the hallway to where Mrs. Renegade was in this little restaurant lounge area to go sit back with her. I got stopped walking out the door. I'm like, what am I doing? Well, you can't carry that over there. They serve alcohol down there. But no, for the 50 feet in the hallway, they don't. I wasn't allowed to walk that 50 feet. I thought I was like, what planet am I on? So it's amazing when you come out of places like New Orleans and it's like we got people walking around. We walk out in the street, we got whiskey, beer, vodka in our hand, walking out in the street in public. You go anywhere else, it's like, where am I? So I feel you.
Yeah, you're making our audience thirsty. Naked Fame's like, anyone feeling like an alcoholic after
I got to go refill this glass. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm just glad you're doing well. And, I guess we got this other show early. I don't even know if we're going to make it. What are we talking about tonight? I don't even know. Fuck.
Shang-Chi and everything else. So, and movies being delayed and
yeah.
And the generals suck in dealing with the sucking.
I don't even know if I'm going to go see Shang-Chi or not. I should, but
why should you?
I'll wait for it. It'll be on Disney Plus in 45 days. I'm sure they'll have a premium price on that at that point. They're not going to dump it on there in 45 days for free, but it will be on there in 45 days. But then at some point down the road, I mean, my Disney Plus subscription runs out in November. I pay annually. I canceled it, and after the Gina thing, I got tired of it. And after what they did to Star Wars, but I'm still in the books because I paid my $70 last November. So I'm on the books until then.
I got mine for free for a year with my phone plan. I really have to check on that.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, Disney Plus, there's never anything on there I want to watch.
No, I'm like you guys. I've been finding myself gravitating more to HBO Max recently. I've had that now because I have HBO through my cable subscription. And I've been more and more mulling around on HBO Max. And when I'm not on there, I'm on Verve, VRV, which is the big anime slinger. I pay $10 a month for that because, I've been watching a lot of I was an anime kid 20 plus years ago, but I've been watching a lot of the newer anime stuff with my oldest daughter, who's turning her sweet 16 tomorrow. She was born in the middle of Katrina, 1.5 pounds, and now she's having her sweet 16 with Ida. So, yeah.
Tough chick.
Oh, man. I feel for her birthday. Her 32nd birthday is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I know. I keep making jokes. I'm like, you got to stop hitting milestones. Every time you hit a milestone now, we're going to get a blast here, So I'm dreading what happens when she turns 21.
Oh, so, boy, yeah.
she's enjoying herself. She and Mrs. Renegade took off today. They're enjoying themselves along the Gulf Coast in a nice hotel with some electricity and air conditioning. And I'm sitting at home here with Renegade Jr. The other kid left with her friend Friday last week. They went to out to Destin, that area in Florida. So it's,
Wow. So you and the son are stuck at home. So, I mean, you got some great leverage whenever they bring up patriarchy if they want to. It's like, who's the one
they got to hold down the fort.
I've already got the argument because I bought tickets to a show in Biloxi several months ago, and that's Saturday. So come hell or high water, my ass is out of here, and I'm gone. I'm going to be at a rock concert Saturday night. So.
Well, that's pretty awesome. At least you get a respite.
Right. Trenchman comes in with a $1.99 super chat. Says 28th birthday tomorrow. Need some luck. Oh well, happy 28th birthday, Trenchman.
Absolutely.
Happy 28th.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey, hey. Dash D says, "Hey Valiant, anything you need, I can send you. Just ask, and I'll get on it." Yeah, like we were saying before. If there's anything we can do, just let us know. We'll do our best
Keep
to
the
help
entertainment going on YouTube. I mean,
Doing the best
that's
we
the
can.
best thing, man.
Petition for an underground electrical grid for New Orleans.
And
Well,
how does that even work logistically speaking? Are the post offices open? Like, what's
Oh,
going on?
they're open. If I got yesterday and today, I haven't gotten mail, but I shit you not, I've had Amazon drivers here the last 2 days dropping stuff off.
Oh yeah, they're not allowed to go home.
No, but and I'm gonna tell you what, those guys are awesome. No, okay. So to answer a couple of questions, first of all, Dash, no, I'm good. My family's good. We're fine. You know, we're suffering some inconveniences right now with no power. We didn't have water for a day and a half. But again, it's kind of life down here. This happens every now and again. You get used to it. That's why I was saying, you know, we're okay. I appreciate the concern. There are a lot of other people in the area, in the New Orleans area, especially south. My mother is okay, but she grew up around where the hurricane made landfall at, you know, with 180-mile-an-hour gusts. And one of her brothers was still down there, decided to stay. And we're talking about, you know, her brother and her sister-in-law who are 85 years old. So they had a lot of house damage. Fortunately, my understanding is they're okay. Difficult communications down there because there's not even cell phones yet, because all the cell phone towers are on the ground. They're gone. But you know, had another cousin down in that area, just a few miles inland where it made landfall. Her house is destroyed. So there's a lot. That extreme southern region. If you go you look at the coastline of Louisiana, go 50, 60 miles inland. You look at Lafourche Parish, St. Charles Parish, Terrebonne Parish, St. James, St. John, Lower Jefferson. All of that really got just pounded like a sumbitch. That's where the worst of it really was, because when hurricanes come on shore, they're bringing that storm surge. They're bringing those high winds. Once they move inland, even just 100 miles, 150 miles makes a lot of difference. It drags it down, in this case, from a very strong Cat 4 to a 2. So, you know, yeah. So it makes a difference where you are. But I mean, a lot of people are without electricity, without water, without phones and internet. Some people will come on faster than others. As far as New Orleans itself, Script, you mentioned, you know, burying the electrical lines. You can't. Some of them are. There's a lot of places in New Orleans where the cables are buried, but they're not everywhere, because you got to remember, New Orleans is a bowl.
Yeah, I know.
It's 6 feet below sea level.
Oh,
so,
no, it's pretty much like it's
with the
on
city,
a glacier,
really.
a former glacier, right? It's got an escarpment all around it. I know.
Yeah, basically so. So, I mean, the highest areas, like where New Orleans was originally founded, where New Orleans was created, where Iberville and Bienville they drafted the architectural plans of the city. That's the French Quarter. The French Quarter never floods, never, because it's very high. It's on a bank right up along the Mississippi River. As New Orleans grew over the next few hundred years, it kept expanding out deeper and deeper into the bowl. So that's where, you know, a lot of people think, oh my God, New Orleans flooded, Katrina. No, the French Quarter never had water. So,
have you guys ever thought about making a dome? It would be cool to live in a dome.
New Orleans has not had competent political leadership in probably 5 decades. So good luck with that.
That's being charitable. I would say longer than that, but yeah,
you're probably right. It's probably longer than that, but I mean, it's been and that's why so many people have left New Orleans and moved into, the surrounding areas and things like that, because it was like, well, number one, it's safer. Number two, you know, I don't have to worry about mismanagement, misappropriation of funds. You know, when the U.S. government or FEMA or somebody hands the city hundreds of millions of dollars to fix the levees, fix the water pumps, fix the drainage, and 5 years later, the money's gone and nothing's been fixed, and nobody can tell you what happened to the money.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not even kidding. I mean, that's happened 3 or 4 times.
Why are you building like levee systems when you could build giant fucking walls?
Well, the other part too is
that's
that
the Army Corps of Engineers. You have to ask
a lot of there's been a lot of candidates who have run over the last 4 decades that have actually been great alternatives to, you know, the incumbents, but they just don't win, and it's terrible.
They don't win. It's politics, and it's a very specific brand of politics that's unfortunate, and it's really damaged the city.
Yeah, it's terrible because it's not like it's just any random city. I mean, it's one of the greatest just melting pots of
Yeah.
Spanish and French culture and the ghost stories, the voodoo, everything.
Yep. I always joke
And
with people all
half
the
of
time.
half those buildings where all these stories come from are probably gone.
Well, no, there's a lot. I mean, like I said, the French Quarter is still there. It's still strong and that's where a lot of the history is, which I always joke with people. I'm like, you call it the French Quarter, but you know what? It's actually, technically, it's the Spanish Quarter because all the architecture there is indeed Spanish.
Yeah,
It's not
because of the
French.
fire.
Yeah. Well, not just because of the fire. You got to realize, I mean, Spain owned everything from Florida all the way over to middle of Louisiana, not including New Orleans. That was part of the Louisiana Purchase, but everything north of the lake is why they refer to those still to this day as quote unquote the Florida parishes.
All right.
Yeah, a little history lesson.
No, it's cool.
I'm boring everybody in the chat.
Well, no, it's cool. No,
I
it's
think
good.
it's interesting. How did the French get in there then? They just were on the side enough to
Well, so I mean,
spike on in?
it was still very much under control of Napoleon for quite some time. There's a lot of Spanish influence because the Spanish and the French settlements were literally next door to each other,
Just like Europe.
Yeah, you still had a lot of Spanish influence, not only in the architecture and the design of the city, but in all of the area around it. The French, you know, under Napoleon, they still owned that area. And I always joke with people, you know, I'm not on the legal side of things. I'm on the financial side of things for 20 years, but we have to deal with a lot of legal issues from time to time. And I always joke with people, like, they want to get on LegalZoom and they want to create a will, and I have to caution them, you can't do that, because if you read the fine print with LegalZoom, they even tell you this only works in 49 states. The one state it doesn't work in, Louisiana, because we still use Napoleonic code.
Yep.
So, got to know your shit down here.
Yeah. Any debts your spouse incurs, you also incur. Napoleonic code.
Yep. So, anyway, I've taken up enough time boring the chat with all this shit, but I can't believe it took Tom that long to pull that one out.
I was waiting for you to stop talking.
So I was like, my hand was on
I've been cooped up in a house all week. I'm not getting one of these things about shutting. No,
it's all
I'm
good.
kidding. So anyway,
no, just wait. I had the right moment, and then you started talking again. I was like, "Fuck!"
just punch it next time. Just punch it.
I have to. I gotta
go let the dogs back in.
No,
guys,
that's all right. We're gonna wrap
appreciate
this up anyhow, guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks to Mike, of course, as well, and Culture Casino. Check out Culture Casino's channel. Check out Valiant Renegades channel. Check out Jesse Miller's Crow's Nest. I'm sure now that he's home, he's going to be streaming a little bit more regularly.
Yeah,
Script Doctor.
And y'all check out the link that Mexican Iron Man put in the chat earlier for Pat S. Please. Pat is in that area that really got fucked.
I'll get it again here.
Yeah.
And Script, you got anything going on?
No, I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
All right. Well, unless you're going to bed with Script, head on over to Comics Division's channel. They're going to be starting here in a little bit. I might pop in there if I feel like I can add something to the conversation, but I have no idea what they're even talking about yet. So until then, kids, I want to thank everybody for the donations. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody for the likes, the shares, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, kids. And until next week, we will, well, actually this weekend, I'm sure we'll be on sometime this weekend. So anyway, take care, everybody.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand.